Everyone give it up for America's favorite fighting Frenchman.
Cathy Cluck is an AP history teacher from Texas.
This morning I'm in Jamestown.
Make that Virginia.
I'm at the Lincoln Memorial.
Make that Washington, D.C.
It's time for my first period Zoom class.
The feisty Austin-based educator has been teaching her class on the road. She's embarked on a self-funded road trip to teach history at the places where it actually happened.
So this is Yorktown. The American troops advanced, would not have won the war were it not for the help of the French. The French sailed in right back there.
Cathy's students are all still at home, thanks to coronavirus safety restrictions, so she thought she'd bring history to them.
Still trying to make it just as fun as possible. I can pretend that if I was a bad dude, I would have gotten put in the stocks. Okay, somebody just shot a musket. That's a little terrifying. Lord almighty, I wasn't prepared for that. This is weird, and it's hard for kids. It's hard for me. It's hard for these amazing teachers that I work with. We're all struggling with how to make this work. And I happen to teach history, and I happen to teach American history, so I kind of had an opportunity that others don't. Just a dude walking around without pants in colonial Williamsburg. I went to Weehawken, New Jersey, where the dueling grounds are. Burr killed Hamilton. This is Hamilton. This is the dueling grounds. That's a whole thing because I love Hamilton. Shout out Lin-Manuel Miranda, you're the greatest.
My name is Alexander Hamilton.
I'm standing on top of Little Round Top. Obviously on high ground, the Confederates were back there. Kind of made my way back down south through Knoxville and Nashville. I am back in the South. I just drove through a Wendy's. I got honeyed. I got sweetied. When I drove off, she said, "Y'all have a good day now." And now I'm in Memphis. I spent some time at the Civil Rights Museum yesterday, which is sobering and sad and yet so powerful and important. This is the Lorraine Motel. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. This is where Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated, right back there. It's been a blast. It's probably been the most fun of my teaching career that I've had. It's also been one of the most challenging because, it's just me. I'm just driving around. Today, I'm just in a hotel. I'm in Aberdeen, Maryland. The change that we're all living in is okay. It's okay to be afraid of it, but it's also okay to embrace it and move through it and think, how can I use this situation to do something that I hadn't been able to do before?
Cathy is grateful to everyone back home in Austin.
It does not feel like I'm doing this alone. It feels like I kind of have all of my kids are on this ride with me, my colleagues, my coworkers, my bosses, my friends at home. We're all kind of doing this together and they're cheering me on.
And as a school year unlike any other begins, Cathy wants to remind everyone to be kind to their teachers.
I would say that teachers are so hardworking and so dedicated and really want this to work in seemingly impossible circumstances. And the more support that you can give teachers in your community, the better. Just send an email and say, "Hey, thanks. I know you're doing your best." And that means the world. I love you.
This is Inside Edition Digital.